So one of the questions I always get asked is that when you're working out and trying to, I don't know, change your body composition, that's most of the time when people decide that they want to start. Um, and most of the time it is because they're unhappy with the overall appearance and the aesthetic of their body, or they've had some health intervention that is prompting change so that they can be overall healthier. But other than that, it is mostly to elicit some type of physical change, right? Related to appearance. Oftentimes I get asked, especially in my classes and clients, even just in conversation, like, well, isn't it really good to like mix things up a lot and change things? And I'm thinking, like, when it comes to trying a new class or trying something new, like a new workout, or going from lifting really heavy to lifting light, going from running to spinning, essentially consistently moving your body and doing workouts, but not necessarily doing the same thing all the time. And that actually it's the opposite. When you stick to something for a long period of time, keep it simple, keep it easy, that's where the magic happens. Your body will kind of not plateau, like you'll see change, but it will kind of level out for a while, and then all of a sudden one day you're like snatched, toned. Who is this person? My clothes are like, I gotta go shopping, what the heck? Or they just feel much better. I will say, actually, 40 pounds lighter. I still wear some of the same clothes. A pair of jeans I wore, I don't know, almost 10 years ago, and still wear them. They fit much differently, but I can still fit them. Anyway, but yeah, so in doing so, by having like a more simplified program, there's really you need to focus on five major lifts. And then even when I'm programming a class, you're sticking to those five. You're just doing little tweaks here and there to keep it interesting. But at the baseline, it's these five key, areas of the body that will, in the end, constitute a full body workout that you are, incorporating and just making it as interesting as possible. Because that's the thing. Fitness over time, it gets boring when you're doing the same things over and over again, but that's really all you need to do in order to see change. And then, to see any major change. And just be consistent. The word just like left my mind. But yeah, consistency is key. So the five major lifts that I would focus on weekly would start with a squat. It could be a back squat with a barbell. It could be a dumbbell squat with your weights racked at your shoulders. But a squat, number one. Number two would be a deadlift. So that is where you're hinging, and also it's like a hinge squat. And there are many variations of that, just like there are many variations of a squat. But that is the basic movement, is a deadlift. And number three would be a row. That's working your back, right? You're pulling the weight from the front, back, and you're hinged over. Number four would be a press. That is from here, raising up, right? And then lastly would be some type of dip or a tricep extension to work the back of your arms. Now, one key component, and what everybody well, not everybody, but a lot of people say when they do want to lose weight is, oh, I just got to get rid of this gut. And oh, like my mom pouch, or I just want a 6-pack. That comes with time. You cannot spot train when you have maybe so much within your whole body that needs to change. You can, I mean, to develop a 6-pack, you do need to work your abs and work them hard, just like you would weight lift and do bicep curls for biceps and presses and push-ups and all of those things. However, it's not something that you can just work your abs and do an ab workout twice a week and you're going to get abs when you are, just like, say, overweight or out of, like, your whole body needs work. So you can't spot train a single area in that regard. Yeah. So like I always say, in everything, whatever skill you're trying to learn, and this also correlates to diet and nutrition, it's very simple, but you have to come up with a plan and then stick to it for a long while. The problem is that as it's human nature, we get bored, we get distracted, we get derailed from the program or the plan, and then we have guilt and shame and we don't get back on the plan. And that's where your 80-20 comes in. Yeah, 20% you're gonna veer off. You're gonna have a celebration or a birthday or vacation, or maybe get sick and have a cold and have to derail from your program. But then that 80%, you were locked into those 5 exercises and then your little bits of cardio every day. And then the things that you enjoy just sprinkled on top, right? That's not your focus. Your focus is not your spin classes or whatever, I don't know, Pilates or Zumba, not that every day of the week. It's lifting minimum twice a week, full body, to hit all 5 of those exercises. You can throw in some abs if you'd like. You can throw in a couple extra things, but that's like that right there, those 5 and 3 sets of those exercises. And with weights that are 8 to 10 reps per set at a heavy weight with your rest periods, and you'll be golden. And then apply the same thing to your nutrition. Protein comes first, and then you fill that in with your carbs and fats accordingly, how your body responds, how you're feeling that day. It may change day to day. And go from there. Make sure you're hydrated, you got your sleep, and your stress is, balanced. Stress is inevitable, but we always try to balance it with time in the sauna, meditating, yoga, breath work, breathing sessions, journaling, reading, whatever calms you. So don't beat yourself up. Just get back on track. We all derail. That's part of life. But stick to the basics. Get simple with it. And cut out all the cardio and start lifting weights. Alrighty, that's all I got for you today.